I need to get better on knowing when this certain thing drops so that I can do something about it, because when that drops, it is always going to be the first thing that we talk about today. Hello friends, happy Monday. I meant like it's gonna be the one thing we always start off with a new manga news video. Hopefully that made sense. I am so stoked for all of the wonderful news things to talk about this week. I actually had to really downsize the amount of things I want to talk about. There was a lot of Japanese related things that happen like with manga that are not well, they are published in English, but they're gonna be more for things in Japan right now. And I was like, man, I really want to talk about these things. So I'm like, this video would be super long. So I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about mainly English related manga or English related print manga. Hopefully you guys get what I mean. Let's go ahead and start off this video. I do apologize if anything is a little bit chaotic, because for whatever reason today just feels very chaotic and sharing everything. But the number one, the biggest thing that we're going to talk about is there was a new chapter of Magical Girl Dandelion. It was amazing. It's on the Viz Media app, and as of right now, all 5 chapters are still free, which is amazing. So I feel like this would equally be the equivalent of a final or first volume. And really great news with this is the creator announced on the color page in Shokami, this is the magazine that the series serializes in, it is being extended. It is going to keep going, and I'm so excited because at the end of chapter 1, it did say that this arc was complete. Now, typically when I, gush about it and say how amazing it is, I say I've read it twice. Well, not this time around, because the end of this chapter really made me cry. Every chapter has made me very emotional, and it's a roller coaster of emotions. But this chapter specifically, I went and voted, and then I rewarded myself by voting and coming back and reading it, because I missed the time to read it the night that it dropped, and y'all just did not prepare to cry at 9 a.m. in the morning. But there I was on my computer crying. Very, very good. Please go read it. Pause this video. Go check it out. If you want some magical girl manga, if you're looking for some magical girl manga with darker vibes, also really good action, and you want to see the bad guy and the good guy work together, there's just so many wonderful elements, and the art is very, very good. Very excited that it's going to be continued, that we're going to be getting more chapters. The creator did mention that the next chapter we will be getting will be in December, and I'm stoked, y'all. I'm stoked. I'm ready. I am prepared. I have just deeply, deeply loved this series so much, and just very grateful it is being continued. And I'm really glad that we did get this new chapter this week, because, the past few weeks, every week, 7 Seas has had their wonderful Wednesdays, but there was nothing this past week. They did mention that it's going to be on break this past week. I don't know if they're coming back this upcoming Wednesday, or if they're going to be on a break for the foreseeable future, maybe for the rest of the year. I really don't know. I guess to be determined. But the good thing is, since it was the end of the month, they did put out their reader survey for the month of November. So if you want to go suggest manga that you would love to see them print, go fill out this survey. You also do get a free coupon code for Bootwalker for any of their, not their like super latest releases or any pre-orders, but I do know like previous volumes from like a few months ago or many months ago that are out of print physically, that you can go and use that coupon to get that volume on a deal. I requested this time around Paperback Kun is in Love. This is, I forgot, we talked about this. Somebody told me that it is digitally available in English, but I am blanking on what website it is. I have it bookmarked though, but I would love to see this physically in English. For manhwa/webtoons, I said The Dragon King's Bride. I gushed about this in my reading wrap up. It was pretty funny because when I looked at my timestamps, I think I spent like 5 minutes just gushing about this manhwa. I love it so incredibly much. I'm really hoping we get it physically in English. And then I also said, of course, Marry My Husband any day now. I'm fully prepared, but there's been nothing, y'all. There's been nothing. So hopefully here soon. They also asked questions. I think it was like, what kind of sales would you like to see for Christmas, and a few other things. So it was just a really great survey, and you can also go tell them which of their releases that you're most excited for. I always mark like all the shoujosei ones. Even if I'm not picking it all up, I'm like, I gotta let you know, 7 Seas, I'm really happy with all of the shoujosei you're giving us. On the flip side though, K-Manga of all people did mention in a tweet that from Friday to Monday, they would be announcing one new manga that was going to be part of the K-Manga website. Now, as of filming this video, I was only able to do Friday and, I was going to say Monday, Friday and Saturday. On Friday, they mentioned Otoku Elf. This is physically available, and for some reason, I feel like it's not from Kodansha, but I'm like, maybe it is, and I just never realized that they were the ones physically printing it. I'm actually pretty excited that this is going to be on the K-Manga app because a friend of mine really loves this series. He's recommended it to me more than once, and I just never picked it up because I was unsure how I would like it. From what I remember, it's about an elf that lives in a shrine, and she meets this young woman, and this elf is nothing she imagined. She is very much an otaku. So the title really does, I feel like, from what I've heard, lives up to what this series is about, or at least what character it is about. And then the other one, which is a shoujo or shoujosei, I'm not fully sure, but the art definitely and the title definitely implies it's in the shoujosei demo here, and that is I Don't Want to Be Killed by You, My Crown Prince. Set up by the Blessed One, I will avoid a second attempt on my life. I don't know anything about this one. I didn't check it out because the title was just really long, and look, I am interested. I'm just afraid that if I go and check it out, that I'm gonna use all of my tickets and all my points, and I'm just like, I am trying to save those points for Glass with a Chance of Delinquent. I've tried to be really strict on myself because the last one I got super invested on that K-Manga announced, they broke up the chapters in like one chapter into 4 parts, and you could only use points, and I did not like that at all. But I should say this is a perfect opportunity to announce, honestly, that K-Manga is doing a giveaway right now on Twitter. I don't know about their other platforms or if they're even on other platforms, but they did say that one lucky winner, one lucky follower will win 10,000 points for K-Manga. This giveaway is going to end on November 14th, and the way to enter is I believe you just have to follow K-Manga, and then you have to tag K-Manga using the K-Manga hashtag and make your own post. I don't know if it needs to be like below in their original tweet, because I've seen a lot of people just put K-Manga as a tweet, or if you need to make a brand new post and then do your own tweet and then tweet the K-Manga hashtag and tag them. I don't really know, but I need to go enter because I keep meaning to, because I would love to have 10,000 points, because as I was just sharing, then I could go read these other stories, these shoujosei series, where one chapter is 4 different parts and you need points. And I'm like, if I have basically unlimited points, that would be gravy. That would be amazing. So definitely go enter that. It ends next week. I don't know how many people have entered this giveaway, but it really didn't look like there was that many if I'm just basing it on people who tweeted underneath this original tweet, I guess you would say. I feel like the chances are pretty high in your favor if you go enter this giveaway. Now, if 7Seas decides they're not going to do any more manga, light novel, Danami announcements for the rest of the year for just several weeks, J-Novel is and did mention that they were going to be having announcements this upcoming Friday on the 15th. At least I think that's Friday. I'm pretty sure. Or you can go check out their Twitch, because they always, for whatever reason, do all of their announcements on as a Twitch stream. I don't really know. Did mention that they're going to be having new manga and light novel licenses, and I'm pretty interested because even though everything that J-Novel has at this point is digital only, they do have some really interesting titles, and I'm just so curious. I probably will not go with a live stream. Actually, I will not, because at 3 o'clock I am waiting in my kid's school car line, so no, I will not be there. But I will be very interested to see what they're going to be announcing, because I do feel like at least with every round of new licenses that they have, they always have at least 2 to 3 different shoujo, whether that's light novels or whether that's manga. I do feel like they are a company that faithfully is always delivering to the shoujosei community, but I feel like it probably goes really under the radar because, you know, unfortunately it is digital only. But I did get one recently that if it hasn't changed in the price of it, it was 99 cents and it was like Safe and Sound in, hold on, let me go check, hold on. Okay, I did find it. It was Safe and Sound in the Arms of an Elite Knight. On Amazon, the digital or the e-copy is 99 cents. I was told that there is a light novel. It just completed at 3 different volumes, at 3 volumes, the light novel did. The manga I think is still ongoing. I know we do have a pre-order up for volume 2. Don't remember for volume 3. I haven't read this, but I got it because it looks so cute. It sounds right up my alley, and I was like, 99 cents, I'm sold. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link down below, and hopefully it will stay 99 cents as the time of this video going live. It was really interesting to come across this news because on the Discord, group that I host. I don't know how you would say that, but on the Discord channel thingy that I run, we were talking about what are some shoujosei manga that sort of like it got licensed and then we've just heard nothing about it. And we did mention, well, Veil was one of those. And funny enough, the next morning, what should I see? A Veil update. Now, this is an update given via, or was a screenshot on Discord. Somebody asked, is there any updates on Veil? Because the last we had heard, which was in the summer, was that Veil, like volumes 1 through 4, granted they're omnibus, but so because be volumes 1 through 2, that they had been fully lettered. They were just waiting on a printing slot so that they could print the manga. Well, now they are saying spring of 2025. That is the estimated release date. They don't have a firm date locked in, but once they do, they are going to be giving it. So hopefully, for sure, for certain, that Veil will be coming in spring of 2025. This is one of my most anticipated manga. I don't remember which video I mentioned it, but I know I did mention it in my 25 Days of Shoujo Manga, where I always talk about my top 10 most anticipated releases. This is one of them, and I truly hope that it is coming in spring of 2025. I guess fingers crossed for all of us who are looking forward to getting this. And this next bit of news is such very good news. Shout out to Fire Luna Will on Twitter. I was randomly scrolling and he says, hey, Natsume Book of Friends, some of the earlier volumes are scheduled for a restock next week. What? And so I was like, I'm gonna go look into this and actually go investigate. And yes, he is right. I saw volumes 3 through 6 of Natsume Book of Friends that on Barnes & Nobles you can put in order, and it does show that it is releasing or shipping on November 15th. I guess that actually when this video goes live, that'll be at the end of this week. So definitely, if you have been wanting restocks for volumes 3 through 6, that is at least the ones I guaranteed or at least saw that show it is coming, go order it ASAP. Go get your restock. I am really excited for this, and I think I said that twice, but it's just like, I feel like this is one of those series a lot of people worried, like, is it ever gonna get a restock? And that time is now, friends. That time is now. When I checked Amazon, I didn't see anything on there. I can't speak for CrunchyRoll or Books A Million or any of them because I didn't look. I just saw specifically on Barnes & Nobles that, again, volumes 3 through 6 are being restocked, so go do your back order ASAP. For this next little bit of news, I was just so excited. So the Apothecary Diaries creator tweeted that this certain series is a masterpiece. A masterpiece that, at least according to Google Translate, that is what they said, that this was a masterpiece. And that said series is Though I Am Inept, Villainess, Tale of the Butterfly Rat Body Swap in the Maiden Court. This right now in English, we have volumes 1 through 5. Volume 6 comes out in December. I have it on pre-order. My friend Zoe influenced me to get this. She, if I can, I will leave that video linked in the corner. She had talked about, I think it was like the first volume of volume 1 of the manga, because we also have the light novels from Seven Seas and the manga is also from Seven Seas. And I read some of it online and I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to reading it. So I was really excited because even though I'm personally not a big fan of the Apothecary Diaries, I am very excited when that creator or just somebody's like, oh, it reminds me of the Apothecary Diaries. Like, yes, I can't say that this is the same as that series, but the creator's promoting it, so you know it has to be good, especially if they are saying it is a masterpiece. So yeah, just sharing if you need some, I don't know, because I haven't read it, so I can't really give you any comparisons. If you need a villainous manga set in a Chinese-like setting, at least in the palace and whatnot, I don't know. So yeah, hopefully I could say more here soon. I know that I mentioned to Patreon and channel members earlier in my video, I think last week, mentioning how I was planning to do a video review of this series this month, but yeah, non-planner in me was like, no, we're gonna go do this other shiny thing. And I said, okay, we're gonna go do this other shiny thing because that shiny thing is shiny. And so I went for it. So hopefully here soon I will have a review. If not this year, definitely next year, because I am gonna plan to read the 6th volume as well whenever it does come out, and I'm very excited. And oh man, this is the only really like manhwa news that I had, but my secretly hot husband, Ice Press, has shared what it looks like physically. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. It comes out December. I'm so excited. Shout out to my friend Natsume for sharing this with me and tagging me because it's beautiful. I have mentioned, I know more than once, that this was my favorite read of 2023. I even have a video talking about it. I love it so much. I am double dipping. Highly recommend. It's only going to be 3 volumes, I believe, per. When you look at the like Korean volumes, they're only 3. So I'm assuming for the US, then we'll also only have 3. And I'm stoked, y'all. I'm so stoked. I cannot wait. Like, this is going to be so good. I may get teary-eyed holding it physically because I'm just so excited. I love it so very much. Now, while not a manhwa on Webtoons, there was some pretty big news that came out that there's going to be a reboot of Falling in Love with My Ex-Fiance's Grandfather, that it is coming out the 11th, and y'all, I'm stoked. If there's any isekai manga that you're like, I hate isekai, you need to go read this, okay? Has a huge age gap, so good. I love Grandpa. The nickname is Grandpa Webtoon. It is one of the best webtoons out there. Now, I would say you could go read the sketches because originally the creator put a bunch of the chapters up on Webtoons like as sketches, and it was hilarious. I love it so much, but now the reboot is coming. The creator has shown like different sneak peeks online, and they're all colored, and Grandpa here looks great. That female lead looks amazing as well. It is so good, y'all. It is so good. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in like a short sometime on this channel about top 5 manhwas that I would recommend, and yes, this one still stands true that I would recommend it for top 5. It's just so good and so funny. This is actually a creator that I am considering like following on Patreon because she's going to give inside scoop and dibs on there, and I know that she's mentioned in the past that she's going to have a physical edition that would be available to them, and I'm like, I will not miss out on that, okay? I will not miss out on that. I need this physically represented in my collection. It's so good. It's so funny. Stay tuned and definitely check out that reboot. Okay, well, for this, when we talk about back ordering, I really feel like we're talking about something that's been out of print or out of stock for a really long time, like Natsume's Book of Friends. It's a prime example, right? Okay, you want to go, say, on CrunchyRoll, because this is related to CrunchyRoll. CrunchyRoll says, hey, we've heard you, we're listening, and bam, we have a back order button available for our titles online. When I saw this, I was like, that is great news. Now we can go back order, say, like if Kimi ni Todoke is not out of print. Please don't say that, Laura. I know it's out of stock for some of the volumes, but it better not be out of print. But a great example is Strobe Edge right here. There's volumes that have been out of stock for such a long time. You can't even back order this. From Far Away could be another example, but I don't think Right Stuff had a back order for that. But I definitely know for Strobe Edge because I have certain volumes on back order when Right Stuff was around. It's just still chilling there, you know? So I was like, oh, another opportunity, right? But I didn't go and investigate because I have a lot of mixed feelings with CrunchyRoll and I just don't have plans to like order with them again. But when I saw the back order, I said, oh, I will definitely consider. But I go on Instagram and here's the story that I saw. This does not seem to be for the older Shoujo B titles. By the way, just newer stuff. Lovecom, Dankin Daisy, etc. still marked as sold out rather than back order. And I was not very happy because when I think of back order, I think of old series, not newer Shonen Jump series that are ongoing. I was like, CrunchyRoll, you mislabeled it, buddy. You mislabeled it. I was so bummed. So just keep your expectations in check, I guess I would say, because I didn't keep mine in check. Because, you know, if you were looking forward to doing Lovecom or Dankin Daisy, that opportunity, that chance will not be there, unfortunately. So I thought I would still share it, but, you know, just be mindful that maybe what you're thinking the same way if it was like me, that you're gonna be able to, you know, back order really old titles. I know you won't be able to. So, but newer things, that is a good opportunity. So there you go. So that is a win in itself, even if it was not the win I was quite expecting. Speaking of Shonen Jump series and whatnot, so I feel like it's been rumored. At least I've heard it seen where they're like, I think it was like Crunchyroll and Vizmir, like, hey, we're gonna have anime available on YouTube for free for anybody to watch. I said, okay, that's cool. Well, today it's been official that Viz Media did do an announcement on social media as well as their website that, yeah, a lot of series are, or at least a lot of episodes, are available for free on YouTube. Some of the series that I've seen was Naruto. This includes the movies, Death Note, Captain Tsubasa. When it comes to shoujo, Sailor Moon is on the list. But look, y'all, when I went on there, it's a private video. And I was really bummed because I actually genuinely would go back and watch the Sailor Moon episodes since I have still not read the manga, even as an adult, but loved it as a kid, like the anime. So I was like, don't put it on your list if it ain't there and it ain't available. You can only watch the 2 movies series, which are free to watch with ads, but they also did have Vampire Night. Even though there's a lot of shonen, oh, and Inuyasha, which was a really big win, I think, because I never watched Inuyasha, and I feel like that's one I need to watch. I know it's not shoujo either. And also the old Reima one half, I think it's how you say it. I've been seeing people say like how you properly say it. I don't know if that's the right way, so I do apologize if I said it wrong, but the old one before the remake, that's also going to be on, or also is available on YouTube. So if you're interested in watching maybe Naruto or Death Note or some of these other ones, Vampire Night, it is free to watch on YouTube. Since I saw Sailor Moon, you know, was having the private video issue, I did investigate to see if the other ones were, and yes, the answer is yes, that they were. And my last bit of very awesome news that I saved purposely for last because it's about my HAIKYU best boys and I'm really, really excited. So yes, this number does talk about in Japan, but it's still very worthy and important information I feel like to share, and that is HAIKYU was ranked the #1 best-selling media franchise in Japan for the past week, earning $5.66 million in sales. I said, let's go for HAIKYU. Like, come on. Hopefully, this would be like, oh, that's a big number. We should, you know, do the spin-off HAIKYU volumes in English and the light novels. Like, yes, you should, Viz Media. I would be all over that. I would be all over that. Very, very excited that HAIKYU, even though it's what the manga has been over for so long, that it continues to thrive as it should, because it's an incredible story, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I really hope that those sales will translate in the US as well. I know I talked about what last week or the week before recently that the Dumpster Battle movie is available on CrunchyRoll for, you know, on CrunchyRoll, so we could watch that right now, but I know that the DVD recently came out in Japan. Hopefully in the US soon, hopefully for us soon. But that is everything I have for you today, friends. I really hope you enjoyed this video and all of the variety of news that we had this week. If there's any news that I missed and you're like, Laura, I want you to know about this, please don't hesitate to let me know. And I would love to know what you're most excited for. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!